Now, almost everyone will experience grief at least once in their lifetime. It's traumatic, but not necessarily all negative. Lynn, like everyone else, has experienced it, and even more important, to discuss it afterwards. The speech entitled, Why Doesn't Anyone Talk About It? Please welcome Jilin.
Good evening, everyone. So, what pops in your head when you heard the word grief or even grieving? Is it just the loss of a loved one? But that's not entirely true. You experience grief at least once in your lifetime. It could be loss of a job, or it could also be an end of a relationship. And I could say that grieving is one of the best life experience towards growth. And I'll share with you my stories. Back in October 2017, I received the worst news of my life, which is the death of my then boyfriend, Edward. It was a very traumatic news. I was in deep sorrow. I've experienced so much heartache. It was just tears every single day, all the time. I lost appetite. I can't sleep. And I can't see any hope. There is no hope for the future. And I decided I need to do something about it. So, the first thing I did was to find someone that can support me, that will listen to me without judgment, and would give me all the time in the world and listen to me, pick up my phone call. And I'm lucky to have my mom. She's always there. She will always patiently listen and provide me non-judgmental input. The second thing I did was to exercise. It was very, very hard to go to the gym when you start your day feeling really depressed, really low. There's no hope. It's very hard to get yourself out from the house to do stuff. But you just have to do it. After the 30 minutes of exercise, your mood change. You feel at least neutral or positive. And the third thing I did was to go on a holiday. It puts my mind in a different perspective, to see the world, to find hope, and to see how other people live. And the problem is not just my problem, and everyone else has their own problem as well, and everyone else suffers as well. The fourth thing I did was to set a plan, set a goal, and achieve it. That helps me to move the focus back to myself, what's important for me to move forward. And for example, even signing up for SPEAKup Challenge is one of the goals that I've achieved ever since the event. And the last thing I did, which is very important, is to meditate. Meditating helps me to accept what has happened. And when I caught myself in a downward spiral thoughts about hopelessness and sadness and heartache, I bring myself back to the moment now. So meditating is very, very important in the journey. So I've shared with you 5 things that I did that helped me to move past grief. And grieving is one of the best experiences. And if you're in the situation, you can meditate, you can exercise, you can go to the gym, we can take a vacation on somewhere, find someone that can support you and speak to you without judgment. And the last thing, set the goal and work on it. Thank you, everyone.
Here